Shalom, family. What's going on? Good morning to you. Good afternoon. Good evening to wherever you are tuning in. Look, guys, when the lights go out, are you guys prepared? That's a question. So, it's a lot of things that's been happening in America, all across America. But, real quick, I want you to watch this video and then I'll be right back.
Indiana, Georgia, and now parts of Arizona still don't have power. And you guys think that this is just going to fix itself, that the police, that our government's going to jump in and save the day like they normally would, right? I honestly believe that this is a test. I believe that they're trying to see exactly how long it takes before the entire state starts collapsing. And I'm talking about before people start freaking out. If you've seen any apocalyptic movie or read any of Jack Hunt's books, then you would know what happens after about 14 days of not having power and not having the things that we normally have. People start freaking out. Like they start unaliving themselves and then unaliving other people and robbing and stealing. And yeah, it's a whole thing, right? So that got really dramatic, but what I mean to say is at this point everything needs to be solar powered. There is no excuse. There's like a ton of solar power options on Amazon and other websites. The fan you're hearing in the background, solar powered. Everything in my cabin is solar powered. I refuse to wait on our government to give me the things that we need. This is why I live off grid, for this reason. I'm telling you guys, I'm not expecting you to buy land in the middle of the desert like I did. I'm simply saying at this point you should already know that you cannot rely on anyone from outside of your own communities. Get solar powered everything slowly. I don't even have an air conditioning unit right now because solar powered ACs are really expensive. As I'm cutting out a bunch of things in my life that I don't need, even at some point, very soon, I will have what I need. But get the smaller things like solar powered lights, solar powered cell phone chargers, fans, things like that. It's doable. In no way, shape, or form should the powers that be have control over the resources that we need. Period.
So, family, yeah, I'm not sure if you guys been seeing what's going on with these power outages. I'm not sure who's, well, I know who's in control. The Most High is in control and allow things to happen like this for a reason. But, you know, that is a question for you. Are you prepared if something like this would happen near you, in your hometown, in your neighborhood? Because this has been going on, I know, in Gary, Indiana for about 2 weeks now. And it seems like they are starting to target, certain communities. This is something that people really need to start thinking about is control. Whatever's happening right now, it all gets down to control. I know last night in a mature adult intensive, we were talking about what happened to the whole world, just a couple years ago, right? Just about 6 years ago, the whole world was affected when it came down to C-19. And when you start to think about it, it was all about control. It was all about testing people. It was all about, trying to see who's going to stand up, who's going to, be bold in the Most High, who's going to, be prepared for what's to come, right? Because when you think about the electricity going out, when you think about the power going out, that means a lot of things are going to get filthy. There's a lot of things that's going to be happening. There's a lot of water systems that's not going to be filtered properly, if you don't have a generator. So it's so crazy that what's been happening with this war, right? And the gas prices shooting up and logistics hasn't been as solid as it should when it comes down to transporting certain items. So I'm just thinking about a generator, right? So I know this is something that, a lot of people I know here in Africa, right? A generator is about, I want to say about like $300 to $700, right? Depending on what you get and things like that. I know these little solar lights and stuff, it does help when our power goes out at night or something and, it lights up. So it's charging right now with the sun, as am I. So all praises for the sun. But yeah, it's little things like that where it comes down to they've been planning this for a while. Because when you start thinking about the gas prices, when you start thinking about, oh, do anyone have a generator? So I'm not sure if you know what was going on in Europe with the heat wave, right? This was probably like a month ago, a couple months ago, right? The heat wave in Europe, they don't have ACs. So when they finally got ACs at certain stores, it was chaos. It was a lot of people rushing to get ACs. It was kind of like a Black Friday thing It felt like people rushing in the store, fighting over ACs, pulling it, and things like that. And I can kind of see that going to happen in America with generators, right? So, just like the sister was just saying, solar power is, is key. It's very helpful if you know how to use magnets and make your own generator in a way. I'm not saying I do. I just seen a lot of videos, but these are the times that we need to start thinking sustainable, right? These are the signs that the Most High is giving His people. This is what we was talking about in the Mature Adult Intensive too, about how the Most High is not going to leave His people high and dry, right? But He do give us instructions to know when you see a sign, you have to move accordingly, right? So there are scriptures that say, flee Babylon. You don't want to be partakers of her sins and the judgment to come. So you know us, you know my family. We have been outside of America for 6 years, going on 7 years. Hallelujah. And it's been great. The experience has been awesome. You know, um, basically, what a lot of people is going through, it teaches you how to adjust, um, in a physical way, in of course, a spiritual way first, a physical way, a mental way, a emotional way, a financial way also. When it comes to resources, right? When it comes to bartering with your neighbors and loving your neighbors a certain way, knowing that we have lemons, she has limes. You get what I'm saying? Or she has cassava or something, and we have tomatoes, right? We might can trade and make some good little cassava and tomatoes. So it's little things like that where um, we learn how to barter and things like that, which is a blessing. But what I see now that's happening in America is like turning to a third world country, especially parts of America. That's just so crazy how um, this is supposed to be one of the greatest countries, right? One of the best countries, one of the top countries when it comes to resources. I'm talking money, right? They already build millions, or they put millions of dollars into the military, right? Just to build like a drone. But the people in America is so greedy and so prideful. I just saw the post about Elon Musk and how much money he got, and he can spend what was it? I think it was like $1 million a day or something like that. It was something crazy like that, and he can still be good over 100 years. And I'm like, it's so crazy how like people really got that type of money, but they don't want to stretch a hand out. And I don't want to accept anything from Elon Musk. I would rather accept it from our community that has money and stuff. But it's just so crazy how people be so prideful and greedy, where they can have all this money, but don't help the people that's really stranded and really struggling in America. So it's something that at the end of the day you're gonna have to understand. You have to get you and your household together first, and once that happens, you can come together as a community. So spiritually, this is going to be something our people need to really, really get together spiritually first, and then the physical part will come, right? So all praises to the Most High for the people that is in the community, giving back, helping out, spreading the word and stuff like that. I wish I can do more, because it's so crazy that it's a certain community that they are targeting, and I'm pretty sure you guys know what community I'm talking about. So you should know what time it is to really prepare, and you can see the signs of, I guess I could say, what the Most High is telling His people. And don't be scared. Don't be fearful. Just know this is a time of abundance. I know it's a lot of people that's going through stuff. I can't speak for those people, but I just know when these times are, it's bad times and it's good, or at the same time, it's good and bad times. Just make sure that you're stepping on that good side to get the abundance and stuff. Cause man, it's really something. Um, for me, I guess the outages is really a sign to kind of force the Most High's people, His chosen people, to realize what's happening and understand that they're gonna have to make a choice sooner or later, and you can't just be in that system of Babylon. That's what it comes down to. Learn how to do this outside of America. So yeah, that's the question. When the lights go out, are you prepared? Do you have that oil? Do you have that oil? Is it running over? Is your oil running over? Are you stacked up on your oil? And I'm talking spiritually. Of course, now it's in the physical, right? So when the darkness comes, when hard time comes, when confusion comes, when uncomfortableness comes, when things like this come at your front door, at your household, right? Are you prepared with the oil to make sure your lamps is good, right? So I'm not saying, hey, this is the Messiah is about to come tomorrow, or I'm just saying, time after time, you have to be spiritually awakened, and who knows, next year it could get worse. If there's a next year. So we are in the times where it's like, man, we're gonna have to realize that we got to come together as a people, and that's what the Most High is trying to force us to do too. You know, no, as we see, nobody's gonna love our community like we love our community. So yeah, guys, this is crazy. This is wild. Um, really get in tune with the Most High Spirit. Really understand the times that we are in, and we have to come together as a people spiritually. Then the physical part will come. So just make sure you keep oil in your lamp. Make sure you have extra oil so you won't have to run and go get more and then miss out on, you know, the blessing. So all praises to the Most High, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this information or this talk that I had. It's time, y'all. It's really time. So if you made it this far, comment below oil. Make sure you like the video. If you are not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Check the links in the description. And I'll be talking to you in the next video. Shalom, shalom.